He's an
Or with.
and.
I'm an and.
You're an and or a with. I can't remember.
Andy?
Yeah. So
With.
welcome.
We are a with
I'm a
new
with.
guy.
With.
Yeah, it's not even like a featuring like when like William Dafoe's in a movie, you know what I mean? It's like, and this guy is here too.
It's a whisper.
Yeah, if you're not the main star of a movie, but you are a big time star, you get an and or a with. So I figured, he deserved it.
Hey, I'll take a with, man.
I've never seen and Robert Downey Jr.
With.
It has to
drugs
do with.
don't start with Z.
Yeah.
Face Meat says dry oatmeal. Ben
Yeah,
says
he
yo
would.
yo. And RB Mark 2, what is your fantasy? Welcome to the Friday Fallout, everybody.
Yes,
I'm
that's
PL.
that's what's on the minds of the panel is what is your fantasy?
Yeah.
We've been making up fantasies for you, Robbie Mark too. So just don't correct us. We're good.
Yeah. Something about like fort, anyways. What's up?
You know when a boat comes into port and it pulls up alongside of the pier and it does that one maneuver? That's your fantasy.
I already said 3 P words I don't know.
It's this way it goes. So Snorkel's first, and then he passes it to Sewer Rug, and then I go, and then you get to shout out the chat, and then go into some kind of story.
I love how Anthony is so high right now.
I got sick as shit and looked like a stroke victim yesterday. Sewer Rug, your turn.
Well,
Wait,
hey, he said something. One more time?
No, you get it once. Rewind. You can rewind to watch it.
Snorkel's like Spider-Man. You only get one.
That's it. That's a wrap. Halloween happened, and I have kids, and I thought it would be great to revive the Coutfit. And, my kids have friends, right, from school, which means those school friends have parents, and I don't know these parents, and they put me on this group text message, and it's like, let's all meet in the school parking lot. And I wanted to be funny and be like, I'm not allowed to go in the school parking lot. But I don't know these people, so I didn't know what my limits were. So I was just like,
balls.
I'll meet you there.
You already went into a daycare in that outfit. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I was just pushing the limits. So I was cold. It was like 37 degrees.
So your udders were getting hard?
Huh?
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
your udders.
Did you butter your udders so that
I buttered the udder?
Out?
Yeah, you do. They
were out.
Yeah.
When lactation happens.
So
I survived.
Yeah. Sorry, you got more, so I'm cutting you off.
No, yeah. Also, just fair warning, I made chicken curry tonight. It's my first time having curry. So I am going bottomless and hoping for the best. I have plastic on the seat. Let's go. I'm ready. Sorry, carry on.
Don't eat any lotion and you'll be fine.
I just want to know, is it called Colorado curry? Like
it's called a curry. The Colo Curly.
He put extra mayo in for the spiciness.
Yeah. Speaking of mayo, I had the original chicken sandwich from Burger King tonight, so I might have to shit later.
Dude,
but the mayonnaise
the
is
long
the whole
pressed
point.
patty.
No, mustard on that original chicken is my.
No, because I get it Italiano style.
Oh yeah, the fucking we were talking about that one too, chicken marinara one. Like it always looks good, but like you actually like it, like.
No, because you get to the middle and it's like absolutely vomit disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I was gonna say like it always looks.
But it looks good.
Yeah.
So I order it and then I regret it.
I wanted to catch everyone up that may have not been here last week, right? Yeah, that was a Halloween show. Yeah. I don't remember shit. Just so everyone knows, we make fun of Sewer Rug's cow outfit, and that's what the post is about. If you missed it, Sewer Rug wore. Well, you tell the story again. It's your story. Why am I telling your story?
Oh, I love to tell this story. I ran out of a daycare because I was wearing a cow outfit with udders on it, and a lot of 4 and 5-year-olds were trying to tug on my udders. I found it offensive. I ran out on my own accord, was not pushed out the door, but safety first.
You were pushed out by a bunch of 4 and 5-year-olds.
No, they were trying to tug me back in. Okay, I had a tail too. Okay,
they were really jerking.
It was just an instant realization of like everyone else's kids is like pulling at my stomach right now. I should go. I'll come back. It's fine. So I made mom pick up the kid that day.
So did we get a conclusion to the story about him meeting parents in the parking lot?
Yeah.
No, he kind of stopped. He said it got cold and he survived. That's it.
Yeah. So like, did you get along with any of the parents? You talk about like sports balls and stuff, or
They wore the North Face and the Patagonias, and so
Oh,
like
fancy.
and someone was like smoking down the block, and the one mom was like, "Thanks for smoking in my neighborhood." I was like, "Oh, you own the neighborhood. Fuck, I better not vape." Yeah, so it
That's
was
when you say you're welcome and continue fucking smoking.
You should
so
have asked her, do you think he'd share? Like,
and then one of the dads like did one of the like elbow like, "Hey, do you smoke weed?" And I was like, "Hey, narc, do you smoke weed?" Like don't ask me questions.
they went home later after you guys went trick or treating, and like Mark is like, "Yeah, Jessica." I asked him. He said, "No, they're all right. Oh, we'll have them
They're
over
safe. They're safe.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
them over for hamburger
You're in a
helpers, maybe."
school parking lot in a cow costume.
Yeah.
Why did he
Same-
ask?
The same guy that asked me if I chiefed asked me about like what books I've been reading, and I'm like, fucking narc, like once again, I know who you are.
He read a
I know
book
who you
that
are.
had Harry Potter. He's a Satanist.
He likes the devil.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
No, but that and the chicken curry. That's about all I got.
So
You're being inappropriate to that unicorn right now.
What? I'm just being gentle. I'm just being gentle. You have so many to choose from.
He's got the magic hands.
I've got two of them.
Yeah. Who goes next? What are we doing? I got started.
How was your week?
My week was long, busy, and I just work. I mean, that's what I do. All my creative juices have been sucked, so we're gonna let Vandal and Surug do a bunch of
Go
segments tonight,
on.
and I'm gonna do one, which is great. So I decided to be enlightened a little bit tonight. So this is me like that. So anyway, Vandal, shout out the chat. Tell us about your
Yeah.
week.
So Ben says that guy was obviously an agent of some kind, and I agree because if you see what's going on in the news, that guy was like, "Is he reading The Little Mermaid, where it's a multicolored choice?" And then it's like, "No, it's not." And then he's like, "Okay, good. You should have been like the Bible," and he would have been like, "Oh man, come on, it's not gay if we wear our clothes." And then, you know,
There's a sheet. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not gay if somebody jumps on the bed.
yeah. And now, okay, I'm supposed to be reading out chat. Sorry. I wait now until right before the show to hit my live resin fucking booty hole strain shit, and so I'm getting slapped. Anyways,
But you got a very short chat this day.
yes.
So
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
come
Booty hole
and
strain. I
rechat.
got to get some of that.
Yeah,
you can get it. You don't even have to scroll.
no, it's booty hole. Wait,
Wonder what
what
it
are you
smells
talking
like.
about? Oh, chat. Ben says I'm digging at least a fairing backdrop. Ern says hola. Let's see. Ben says yo yo yo. Face Meat said dry oatmeal. And RB Mark 2 still haven't heard your fantasy. You got to tell us what it is. And when I read that, now I can't get that song by Ludacris out of my head. So, yeah, give it to me now. What's your fantasy?
Boats and piers, man. What boats do to piers? That's his
Yeah.
fantasy.
Anyways, what if we kissed at the Friday Fallout? Yeah. So,
You know what, Vandal, your hair is really starting to look very 90s now. It's like I'm starting to get like that
JTT
every
vibes.
morning,
Yeah.
kind of vibe from that.
oh, some good old Sugar Ray, dude. Hell yeah. There's a fucking horse in at my girlfriend's bed, or whatever he says.
Sure, a horse head.
Yeah.
That's mafiosa, but close.
Yeah. Mafiosa because it's feminine. No.
Oh,
So anything happened with you this week, man?
I ate gas station pizza for breakfast. I pooped a lot. Trying to think of anything cool. Nothing really too cool, I guess. Nothing interesting. I can't just pull something out of my butt like last week because honestly, it's
you watch
been
a
kind of
sundown?
a dead week. The sundown, like the sunset.
Did you watch a sunset? A beautiful sunset?
That would require going outside. No, yeah,
Okay.
actually with the dogs, and just average stuff. I'm trying to think. Oh, I went to okay, I guess I got something. So, I grew up white trashing and brushed my teeth as much as I should have. I'm paying for it now. Luckily I never did the Federline, Kevin Federlines. But, but I had fucked up teeth from always eating sunflower seeds. I chew on metal, it's like, what else are you going to do in a trailer park? It's like 95% metal, siding. And, so my teeth are kind of fucked up. So anyways, I have to get like some cavities filled in and shit like that. So I go in and the dentist want to do a bunch of different shit, and they're like, it's not like Walmart upsell you. It's anyways. You know, it's not like a retail store where they're trying to upsell you. They're trying to just like, you know, tell you this shit's fucked, you need to fix this, you need to fix this, whatever. And I was like, sign me up for everything. I got insurance. It's pretty good or whatever. So they're like, oh yeah, after your insurance, like $600. I'm like, am I in Great Britain? Like, no. Anyways, so you know, they did all that shit. So I go in and they go to clean my teeth, you know, and this lady, and like I have this weird thing when like, you know, you're fucking with my teeth or my mouth's open, and like I feel like the water sensation when they do the spray. I have to like it's not swallow, but I do that motion, you know, like I because I feel like I'm gonna choke. I don't know if it has to because I can't swim underwater without holding my nose. I don't know. So, anyways, I know I was pissing this lady off because, like, you know, she's sitting there and she's like doing the cleaning and shit. She's like, and I'm like, you know, like every 45 seconds. And in my head, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I'm just, you know, trying not to do and all this shit. And I can't, and my tongue, what the fuck does your tongue do? Like, did your guys' tongue
Gets
ever
cut up.
just, yeah, does your tongue ever
Yeah.
just, does any of you like have a tongue that just sits there? Like, I've never had my tongue just go, like on purpose, like yes, but like subconsciously, my tongue doesn't fucking do that, you know. I guess my tongue, you know, my tongue's curious, you know. It's feeling my teeth, it's feeling stuff, you know, and all that shit. And I just out of like reaction, you know, I'm like tongue fucking the shit out of her fucking finger, man. And I don't mean to, but every time she's like doing something, I'm like, and I'm like, stop fucking doing that in my head, you know what I mean? I'm like, stop, god damn it.
You're
And
like
it's
wrapping around the tool.
yeah, you know, and it's like pulling the fucking drill and all that shit. And this lady's getting pissed, man. She was getting super pissed. I could tell, and I'm like over here, like, oh, I'm sorry, sorry, I don't, you know, fucking
Afterwards,
trying.
I would have been like, I'm sorry, I thought you were like a gummy hot dog. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, yeah, I got a gag reflex. RB Mark 2, sue me, man. I'd make more money. No, you know, in a video because they're like, anyways, no. So anyway, you know, I'm tongue
As long as you
fucking
can
shit
cry
out of her
too.
hand. I'm touching the tool. I'm trying not to spit everywhere, you know, and I'm trying to apologize. And she let me wear my own sunglasses while we're doing this too. And so I'm sitting there, and they have inserts because they're military things. I've had them for like 30 fucking years, and they're like I look like I just got my ass beat in 6th grade, you know, for having a Harry Potter backpack and all that shit. And then so she gets to the last part, and they got to do this laser thing. And I swear to God, she turned that motherfucker up to 11 because she's like, you'll get a little sting, but nah, like my shit came out looking worse than Tara Reid's boob nipple. You know what I mean? Like that shit looked like pepperoni pizza straight, like when they put in a Sbarro at a gas station. You know, straight through the fucking heater, and all that stuff. And then at the end, like, you know, she's doing the floss, so they floss all your teeth out and shit. And like, there's some teeth that, like, don't get me wrong, I floss every night. But like, there's a couple teeth that were like, I'm not gonna risk that. You know what I mean? It's really tight. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking pull my tooth out.
And they make them bleed.
Yo, yeah. And so like, I know that's when she was getting me back because when you pull a floss, usually you use like 2 fingers, right? And you go like this far, right, or whatever. She went like this with her hands on both sides of this shit, like she's about to whip the fuck out of Django and fucking put it. These front teeth, I don't floss them often because like I feel like they're gonna pop out. And she's like, "Gah!" And like she was like down, like it's like she was fucking over here like rowing a fucking boat and shit, like fucking and between all my teeth.
Lumberjacking it.
Yeah, dude, it
Yeah.
was bad. Jigsawing the fuck out of it. And so after all that, I'm like, I'm sorry, you know, about like trying to lick your finger and your thumb. She's like, oh, it's fine. And she's like, all right, here, you can spit in this. I go to spit. It's all just pure blood and gum fucking meat and all this stuff. And then she's like, you should brush these teeth better. You should get a vibrating toothbrush. And she obviously needs some help with your technique. And I was like, fuck, God damn. But
You should come by.
it
Yeah.
was
Which
funny,
technique? The finger sucking technique?
yeah, I
or
guess so.
Okay.
And
I
then
can
so
just see you're doing that thing with the floss with both hands and then just going behind your head.
oh
right
dude, she was
underneath
down
your
like she was like
Yeah.
over here, and the tooth was this one like up here, like she was down here though, like woo, woo, woo. Like, I think I still got the burn, like, but yeah,
Floss burn at the
yeah.
dentist.
But I will
Only
give
you,
her,
Vandal. Only you.
I'll give her credit. Like my teeth have never felt as clean as they did. You know what I mean? And like, not to sound gross, but I don't usually go in for regular cleaning stuff. Like, sure, I have insurance, but I'm also an idiot that grew up without it, so you never think to use it. You know,
Right.
and shit like
Oh,
that. But I brush my teeth all like, you know, every day. You know, and I do the floss where I can and shit like that every night and all that. But like, after she did all that, I still was thankful because I was like, damn, that shit feels like marble. Like, and not that my teeth ever felt like slimy or gross, just there's gaps between my teeth I didn't know I had, you know, now.
Yeah. You check and like push your tongue against your teeth and breathe through it, like
Yeah.
Oh, I can breathe. Yeah. Yeah. My wife hates that noise, but I grew up without teeth, so I'm used to it now. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. I can breathe.
But yeah, so I guess that was the fun part of my week. Oh, and then after that, I left and I called the Uber, and like I get about 10 minutes away, and then they're like, "Oh, you're supposed to get your cavity filled today. You got to come back. If you're not here in 15 minutes, we're going to cancel your appointment. It's a $25 fee." And so there was like fucking hella traffic because they're building a casino right there. So I got there and I had the Uber driver like stop like up the road a little bit, and I just ran back. I just turned what, 37 or something, 38 maybe? I don't know, 37. And fucking, I don't
37.
run, and shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I do my power walks and shit, but I'm running and it's like 90 degrees out and shit. And I go in and then they're like, okay, and it'll be 20 minutes. And so, like, I ran there and I still had like an extra 20 minutes, you know what I mean, to fucking get seen and
To
all that
catch your
stuff.
breath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to catch my breath. Go in there and they put me put the fucking stuff on my mouth, the numbing shit. Hits the shit out of that nerve. Like, I've never had my mouth go numb. Like, I felt like I was fucking Steve Buscemi's eye sockets, dude. That shit was, it's just
Yeah.
down. And I go in there and they're working on my teeth. And then, so, anyways, halfway through it, this is like 11 a.m. in the morning, and usually I'm at work and I'm like 4 Red Bulls deep. I didn't drink a Red Bull, and I didn't eat last night because, haha, I'm going to be good this one time when you look at my teeth, even though it's like you probably see them how they are, you know what I mean? You're here to help me and all that shit. And so I'm fucking falling asleep in the chair while they're like drilling at my teeth. Like, I didn't feel nothing. And then his assistant started freaking out, and that's when I woke up. And I was like, and then she's like, he's not breathing, And I was like, oh, so I fell asleep, And then he's like, oh, well, that means the stuff's working. And he's like, yeah. So
Now,
I,
I haven't heard Snorkel interrupt, and maybe it's we can't hear him over his background. I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on.
That is loud.
I think we get lucky this week. Snorkel is sick, so
Oh,
he's got to take all his
man.
energy to like stay alive right now.
He's
Totally
petting the
fine.
puppy. That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was my week. That was a super long story short, I guess. And then Steve-O's here, by the way. What's up, Steve-O? He says he also pooped. Ronnie Jim says, what's up, you beautiful humans? Meth from Fatter Lines. Yeah, dude. Let's see. Ern says, I have the worst teeth, need so much work, still trying to get my car fixed before I spend any other monies. Because you need to drive to the dentist. That is smart to do that first.
And we got a Mike D as well.
Yeah, Mr. Mike D is also in the house. Yes, I do have a gag reflex. Happy Friday to you, Mike D. RB Mark 2 says, I'm waiting for all mine to fall out and just do the denture thing. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought about that. And then I know somebody that has to get like one implant right now. It takes like 8 months to do the implants. You have to let your bone graft heal. You have to go in and
That's
get
fine.
checked out. Like,
That's
oh,
fine.
My
Rip
little
them
brother-
all. Rip them all out. Give me dentures. I'm good.
My little brother had the jagged teeth like me, real rough.
yeah.
And him and waiting for the military thing, he had to wait like a year, just like gumming food and like slurping it. But now he got him in, and he sent me a picture, and I was like, "You look like the homeless guy." I'm like, "I just got a makeover," like you look really happy, but it doesn't look natural on you at all. Like his skin's leathered, but then his teeth are just like, "Hey!"
Just get all the people that did the home makeover show in like 24 hours to just start doing homeless people one at a time.
Yeah. And my brother was first on the list.
Have them pimping out the boxes they live in too. Like, that's a good idea. Like, this is a 3M Scotch Guard light. Like, it's gonna light up for 3 days. It's a AAA battery. God bless. Follow.
We got the Sears Craftsman industrial toenail clippers right here that are used on this bum.
They bring them a solar panel, but like they don't have electronics. You know what I mean? Like, here, you have power. The fuck am I gonna do with this? Like,
Pedal the bike for energy. Yeah.
Let's get to the rundown, man. Let's rub
it
up, dub down. I don't know.
Hospitality, old people homes. I'm trying to get him back. Hold on. Hospitality, old people homes, kitchens, tapioca. No, he's not coming. I tried. I don't know what else to call him with.
All right, the bumper is down. Anthony, what is our rub down tonight?
So, rub down. Like I told you guys, I'm only doing one real segment. I mean, other than Rotten Potato, because that's just fun. But anyway, rub down for this evening is as follows. I do have a Rotten Potatoes review. Vandal has a segment called Storm Shot Screenshot, which is hard to say when you're stoned. We do have Sewer Rug. He's doing his normal Florida Fallout, or it's normal now because it's 2 weeks in a row. We're going to do an episode of Scamming Me Senpai where we respond to a scammer, which is also a Vandal segment. And I got a little something towards the end here called catfishing. So it just kind of goes along with what we're doing today. And last, but certainly the least, we have the boat parts game at the end. So if you want to roll that beautiful bean footage, we can get on with the rotten potatoist of reviews.
All you people that aren't here now, show up for boat parts. They heard me. People that aren't here.
Talking
or when they get here.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like religion. Anyways. Anthony, what is our, I was going to say pot and bravado. Yeah.
What
pot
was
and
that?
bravado Ramella.
Awesome.
Mella Romella.
Well, this week for Rotten Potatoes review, I'm doing a frozen pizza.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Can I say
I thought
something?
you might be. So anyway, I guess you could talk about it after this segment, but so here's the thing. I am quite the connoisseur of frozen pizza, and here I'll tell you why. Because making the crust and stuff is a kind of a pain in the ass. I'd rather just make my own pizzas, but it's just, kitchens are really not set up to make pizza. Ovens don't get hot enough. It's all this big thing. So I'm always looking for a good frozen pizza, at least as a base. Now I usually add things to it to kind of spice it up a little bit. That's my thing, So I'm a DiGiorno guy, pretty regular. Their crust is pretty decent if you know how to cook it, and I really enjoy the croissant crust pizza that they offer. If it's cooked correctly, it's delicious. But when I was in this store, they had like this entire frozen food wall. Like, normally it's mixed up with like pizza and other things. No, this was just all different fucking frozen pizzas. It was crazy. So I went to go get the croissant one, and it was over $10 for one. And I was like, I could get a real pizza somewhere for that. Like that's pushing my limit of this. So let's see what else is available that maybe, I'll give a shot. So I'm walking down, and I want to say these were like close to $7. So I bought 2 of them. I'd never tried this particular brand before. And read the instructions, and I know from experience that they got to cook a little bit longer than what they say on there. So I adjusted accordingly. And I have to say, one of the best crusts I've had in a frozen pizza that I can remember. And for the price and all of that, I was sold on it. Yeah. Did I add extra cheese to it? Sure. I would probably get one that was only cheese next time because the sausage just is.
Frozen sausage is hit and miss.
It's just not. It wasn't good. But for the most part, I was thoroughly impressed with this particular brand, and I just felt like it deserved a shout out. Also on their website, which I perused a little bit just to get a picture, honestly, and then I saw this and it made me laugh. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. It was every pizza is made by a dedicated pizziazolas. I don't know.
Hold on, let me ask Google to translate.
Pizzaiola. Pizzaiola.
I was like, I'm gonna say it different. I said exactly the same.
We just mixed it up.
So if anybody in chat knows how to, pronounce this, I've told that tiger story more times than I'd like to admit about you explaining that it was a sexy tiger, is how you pronounce taiga. So if you know how to pronounce this, by all means, please let me know.
All right.
Let's say it all together.
Pizzaiolas.
But I'm highly recommending this. Let's give this like 80% Rotten Potato score.
Oh.
Anthony, can I say something?
Absolutely. I thought maybe this might spur some conversations.
Did you get that at a Kroger store?
I did not.
Because in my freezer behind this unicorn over here, in my freezer in my garage, I have the same exact pizza.
No
I thought
way.
I was going to eat it last night. I really did. But then I bailed and did like a frozen burrito and mozzarella sticks instead. So I'm excited to eat it now because I have the same one in my freezer right now. And I'd go get it.
I will tell you, 400 degrees, and you want to go 30 minutes minimum. Now, the box says 25 to 28.
DiGiorno does the same thing,
And
where they
even
go,
though
oh,
it might
18
look
to
a
20.
little bit darker on the top believe me, it's worth it for the crust not to be destroyed underneath.
DiGiorno does the same thing where they go, oh,
They
18
do.
to 20. And you're like, no,
Yeah.
you mean 25. I know
Now
what you mean.
you have elevation issues that I don't have.
Yep. Acclimate, right? Add
So-
flour, things like that.
I always think it has something to do with the cooking time. Like I don't know what
It
is
does.
that it happens. It doesn't need to be hotter or cooked longer or however, what the calculation is.
Like
but
if I get
It's
a
less
package,
oxygen to excite from the heat, so it takes
Yeah.
longer to cook.
like if I'm baking brownies and it's from a package, I have to add flour to it. Right.
Oh,
and then I have to kick up the temp and
Okay.
down
This
the
is one of those
time.
things where he's sounding confident, but it's just a bunch of bullshit. So
It,
yes.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it is. I Googled it once. I Googled it once and I just roll with it. I go tablespoon of flour, up the temp, 5 minutes less, call
It's
it
a
a day.
perfect example of something I've been thinking about this week because I told the guys I've been watching that 70s show. And it's like back in those times before the internet and everybody had all this information and now we're getting blamed for shit. You only knew the stuff that was in like a mile radius of your house.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have access to the world. It was just so if I come up and I talk with confidence, like I know what I'm talking about, you carry that truth for the rest of your life. You believe that what I told you is true, regardless of whether it is or not, just because you believe me because I said it with
You know what
confidence.
a good example of that is? I went to California a couple months back. I don't remember when, but I went to California, and I grew up out there, right? So I was used to it when I lived out there. But when I went out for a visit for like 5 days, they were like, "Oh, so and so dating so and so. Oh, did you hear about this celebrity? And all these billboards, and this is the new movie coming out. I'm excited for it." And I was like, "Holy fuck! I don't know any of this stuff. I don't know the new movies coming out. I don't know the celebrities and who they're crushing on and who got hit by a city bus. I don't know any of it." But
Jeremy Renner.
it was. That sucks, man.
No.
This is a good guy. He's the son of. But the point is I just I'm out of touch. Now I'm like, what? Where's the snow? Who's got the new hiking boot? That's my new fad.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's different.
So anyway, that's
Becky
the end of
has
Rotten
the new hiking
Potatoes.
boot.
We can go on to
Yeah. Well, we
our
got
first
some-
segment.
We got some chat stuff real quick. I'll hit.
Who
Erd
cares
says,
about that? Oh.
Erd says it's a hot take. He doesn't eat pizza crust. I won't eat pizza crust either unless it's a personal size pizza.
What? You
guys are both of you. Both
You
of
don't
you.
eat the crust.
Look at
because
Supple right now.
I
Look at
cheese it
Supple
all the
what
way
he
out to
said.
the edge of the crust, so it's all just pizza.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what he said. Also, his favorite is Detroit style. Wow, those are
Detroit.
two different words.
Destroyed.
You know what?
I'm
That could be a
destroyed.
clothing brand.
I'm so destroyed.
I'm so destroyed.
I'm selling that to Eminem. And then we got people pronouncing it in chat. PZ Olies asks Ern. Pizza Olies says Ern. Mike T's in the house. He says Evening Only Squad making some homemade chili and cornbread and lurking tonight. All right, hot take cornbread chili pizza. Ern says you have a pizza stone, Anthony, and Ben says according to Google it's pizza YOLO. It's a real word for someone trained to make Italian pizzas. And Pizzola says Mike D. And Ern says the encyclopedia was our worldview and magazines. And things changes. You had to spend another 500 encyclopedia to learn those changes. Yeah. Before the
Yeah, but
internet.
how? Like China. Let's say China gets, let's say big. Let's say 20 pages in an encyclopedia.
China
Which
is
there's
big.
no way that would happen. That's
Okay.
still all you know about China is what they can write in those 20 pages. Like the
Lot of
access to
interesting
information
things
is
this
just
year in
so much
China.
greater. It just it I don't know. It was something I was thinking about this
And
week.
all we do is use the internet to look at butts.
Yeah, because I
Mostly.
used to sell things, and just because I spoke with confidence, people would buy shit, and that doesn't work anymore. That's why I don't sell cars anymore. Because
Well,
I
that's
don't know
how I
how to
got
do
to
it
a
without.
management position in Home Depot, man. Like, I'm in a contractor store. Don't get me wrong. I'm handy enough to help around the house, but they're like, I'm trying to build these 35 C beams over here with grade 252 concrete over here with these steel bars and rebar. I need it at a 35 angle and all this. Can you get all this for me? Blah, blah, with 10 penny nickel nails and all this. I'm like, yeah, totally, dude. I'll get it all ready for you. And I'm like, what the fuck did he just say? And then, I just start grabbing shit off the shelf, and he's like, these aren't 10 penny this or whatever. I'm like, dude, these are the new ones. Ryobi makes them, and it's like obviously like Stanley brand on it, and all this stuff. And they're like, okay, yeah, I'll take it. And I'm like, fuck, I hope he doesn't come back.
He's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
I was
Nowadays,
talking.
I hope it's not on my shift.
yeah, if I worked there now, like, there'd be like a housewife come in that's never like left the house and be like, oh, I need a carpet cleaner. I'm like, this is the Suckmaster 4000 and all this stuff. She's like, actually on TikTok. I'm like, fuck.
I was talking to my kid tonight. She was looking at my bedroom door and she's like, is there styrofoam in this? I was like, no. She's like, how do you know? I was like, I used to manage a door warehouse. Or I was like, no, I used to make those. No, just kidding. I used to manage. I was like, I never learned how to make them. I just watched people make them and I got paid to do that.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? I was asking her, I'm like, isn't it like moment of clarity? Like, isn't that weird? I don't know anything about making doors, but I watched a lot of people do them for a long time and I was really good at it, So management, what a blessing, huh?
Yeah. You don't have to be good at what's going on. You just have to be good at telling people what to do.
Yeah.
And showing them what to do.
That goes back to Anthony and speaking with confidence. I'm like, yes, this door opens that way, Good luck.
But all right.
Confidence is great when raising kids until they get old enough to use the computer.
And they start fucking you up.
Yeah.
So, right before we get into the segment, Storm Shot Screenshots, it is almost time that I have, oh my God, caught me like a mother, to shave this fucking monstrosity that's on my face. And I gotta tell you, as someone that grew up somewhat Jehovah's Witness, I'd never look forward to something more, even Christmas, to get this thing out of here. But I wanted to show you guys. This is what the winner will be getting. It's the gummy Lunchables pizza pack, right? I think there's like 6 patties in here, but if you look at it, they look like, chicken breasts, Oh, check it out.
Yeah,
It's like a
you
YouTube
guys
makeup
could win
tutorial.
a Lunchable pepperoni pizza kit gummy version.
So whoever gets the date
If
right,
I won, I'd prefer to have a video of you eating that.
yeah, I could get
instead
another
of
one.
actually getting that.
It has like a sauce packet
So
on it and some
gross.
cheese and stuff. I just wonder if it tastes like cheese. I mean, they never ever do. Like the SpongeBob Krabby Patty just tastes like gummies. But anyways, this is 600 calories of what you'll win if I shave my beard around the date you chose. So yeah, I'm trying to
Good
hold
luck,
out
folks.
as long as I can. But fucking, I hate it here, man. Like,
But
When is
fuck
the
it.
first date?
I think the 15th. I think. Like, look at that. Look at that hole, man.
And it belongs to Kentucky, so Vandal is holding out just to not give it to Kentucky.
Kentucky has won 89% of the prizes on this show.
Otherwise, Vandal would have
Showcase Showdown sponsored by the Fallout.
Yeah.
Vandal would have shaved 2 weeks ago had it not been Kentucky.
Either that or he's been trading it for beer. One of the two.
Yeah. RB March, you said nutrition facts, my hours. Yeah. All right. So before I get more distracted, the bumper for the thing I made.
Oh, okay. Very specific.
Join us for a magical journey that you won't soon forget.
Starcade
From a land of
Showdown.
bankruptcy,
Star-
fragile egos, and gender-bending philandering across the globe, this is Storm Shot Screenshots.
Or snort.
I'm having
Snoop.
chicken tortilla chili.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
RB
got a-
Mark 2 in the chat says he still has a sock slider, and it's funny he says that because earlier this week I was going through the page and I was trying to see like where we started the page, and he had the sock slider. I'm like, God, I forgot about that. That was such a good prize. I was like, that I wanted to win that. Like the sock slider was my favorite fucking thing we did on here. That and the hot dog maker. But anyways,
Amazon keeps bringing
Yeah.
up the sock slider, and do you want to buy another one of these? This is a great blah. Like all the time, it's on my Amazon. It comes up.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
The sock slider was my favorite, and I hate that about Amazon. Real quick, before I'll sidetrack again. When I said I wasn't going to sidetrack, you look at something once and it's going to stay there forever. I hate it. I just wanted to see like what this fucking easy bake oven could make. I didn't want to buy it, but I just wanted to see like could I put like weed brownies in there? Ha ha, I'm stoned. And now Amazon's like, you would also like this little girl's like onesie outfit cooking thing, and I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Like, get out of here.
I do research for this show. What do you think my Amazon looks like?
That's fair.
I wore a nun outfit last week. Like,
Yeah.
I look up dirty bedspreads on there. Like it's
You just look off one jerk off machine, and they just keep sending them in. You know what
I
I mean?
would have remembered if you were
open
wearing
Amazon
no
at
outfit.
work.
Anthony, I would have remembered if you were wearing no outfit.
Yeah.
You said you didn't have an outfit?
No.
Yeah.
There's that Zophie vape parody out there. It's pretty damn close.
That's the give and take, yeah.
All right,
That's
let me do this before I get distracted again. V8 is in the house. I want to shout out V8. Anyways, welcome. No. So this
He got
segment,
Yeah,
distracted
that hot
again.
dog maker was pretty sweet. I should have gotten one of those for myself.
yeah. But so this segment's going to be I've been playing this mobile game for about a year now called Storm Shot, and I've talked about it a little bit on here. And so we do
A
is like
little
you
bit.
have these other kingdoms and stuff, and you fight against them like once every 2 weeks, and then like they put you both your kingdoms in like a chat where you can talk to each other, right? And you can like talk shit. Most people do, or whatever, like do stuff. So I always cosplay as Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls, which is Lacey Chabert. If you don't know, go watch Hallmark Channel. Anyways, uh, you get the I so I always cosplay as Gretchen Wieners, and I'll go in there, and I never really see anything too overtly like weird. I'm not like in there femboying it up or nothing, but I'm like, oh hi, got hi hot people, he, and shit like that. So, anyways. But my buddy and my alliance as well decided that he would do this one. It's like this. He's called Lady K, and it's like this porn star basically. But people think that this is real. So when you play this game, you get all ranges of ages. I haven't seen like kids, like teenagers on there, but there's like people in their 20s playing, there's people in their 60s playing, there's people in their 40s playing, all age ranges. So, I always figured Mean Girls is pretty universal at this point. That shit came out 20 fucking years ago. You know what I mean? I figured that people would pick up on that. A lot of people don't. And so they think that I'm actually a girl that's like, Lacey Chabert caliber, I guess you'd say, of a woman playing this mobile game. And of course, a lot of these people spend a lot of money on this game. Like there's people on
You
here that's,
definitely are in our heart.
yeah, I don't know what that means. But there's a lot of people that spend I'm talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars on this game, right? So it's old guys, they're lonelies, they work on like oil rigs or something, or like their wives left them because they caught them jerking off on, Clash of Clans or something. Anyways, so like they don't know, that's like out of popular touch, I guess I'd say. So a lot of times they'll say like weird shit, trying to like flirt, or they'll be like, oh, I'll buy you a pack and stuff like this. So, anyways, this past weekend we did this thing called KVK, where you fight each other's kingdoms, and like I just said, you get to talk to each other. And now I've got some screenshots of this guy that kind of took it super seriously, and I'm gonna put these up on screen for you guys, so you can see what kind of goes on here. So I go in the chat, and I do my thing. I'm like, oh, hey, nice to see you guys, and I have the Gretchen Wieners profile picture. And I guess to me personally, if I see someone say he, and it's like a chick, I'm like, you're a fucking dude. You're a fucking dude. You know what I mean? Like girls in real life don't go he, you know what I mean? This isn't, an anime porno, but let me go ahead and pop this open right here. And so, oh, wrong one. God damn it. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, where the fuck?
One day I will teach you.
I swear to God.
click the.
That
Now go into this folder. Hold on. It's getting it. Go past the soup. Okay.
Anthony's just sitting there like I could do it for you. I
did.
Yo, I'm kind of enjoying just chilling.
I swap things around.
Type in chicken tortilla chili.
It's been like a year and a half since I had a flub like this. So, anyways, went in this chat. I got it up in the screen, and so there's this guy in the other kingdom, and he's like, so I'm Gretchen, and Lady K is my buddy, and we're just like, oh hey guys, how's it going? Happy weekend, he, and shit like that. And this guy comes in, and he goes, wow, Gretchen and Kay, I love women who are not afraid to be themselves and stars. I don't know what the fuck that word is. And a few jokes. I'm a man who loves to laugh. So if you have a sense of humor, I would ask to share your OF, like OnlyFans, but I know I won't subscribe because I wouldn't want to, but because I know I'll go from wealthy, retired, rich Spanish man to broke, poor man in love. Like, I'm like, the fuck? Like,
actually, it's
wow.
just retired rich Spanish man to be. Just he's just gonna go to be.
And so like this guy keeps going on and on about stuff.
So in the game is rich Spanish man like fat bald basement dweller?
Probably, like
okay.
that's
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so and then I go on there and I say like weird stuff just to like, throw it off, like maybe you'll figure it out, you know what I mean? Because at first, like, yeah, it's funny you think I'm a girl, and then I'm gonna say some shit, you're like, wait a second, like it's gonna throw me off, like oh whatever. And so like you see the picture of my buddy Lady K right there, and like Ern said in chat, what would that word even be on the last slide? I have no fucking clue, man. Like what did he say? Like you can't ask him that. And then I was talking about
I'm
getting White
curious too
Claws.
because it's 5 letters. Like I can't think of one word that he could have used that was 5 letters. Like crack a joke? No, that's 4.
No, let's see.
It's a
Right here,
joke.
yeah. Apricot is my. So we're talking about like White Claws and shit. So I say shit like this. I'm like, apricot White Claws is my fave because it smells like my
Oh
stepdad's
my
armpits.
dear God.
So I say stuff like
have
that.
I told you recently that you're my fucking hero?
But the worst part is like that doesn't stop them ever. You know what I mean? Like they just keep going.
Yeah.
And
they're like relatable. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just like and like so stuff like that. And I'm trying to find this other one right here. My buddy, he said this. Pause it up on screen. Toss up on screen. So it's like, do you play GOG, which is a Guns of Gears or some shit game, right? It's made by the same people. And I was like, no, this is the only corner I work. And my buddy's like, ooh, I like the way that sounds. GOG, 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 GOG. Like, and these guys just eat this shit up. They're like, oh my god, like I love you so much. like oh my god, like you're an independent woman. You're so strong.
Your humor is so relatable.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Disney hasn't hit you up for a part in a movie.
I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, and like here, this is the last one I'll do of this, and then I got one that's funny because I want to show you guys where this guy had like a complete mental breakdown because of me. But
oh yes,
this guy is the guy.
Yes,
his
have
name is
some.
Wartime Pikachu, and he's like, oh, at Vietnam, they're Charlie everywhere. Because I was like, oh, this guy's the only one to ever get a hand job in cargo shorts since Vietnam. And then he was talking about Charlie everywhere, and I was like, "Oh, I'll pay you extra. I'll show you my Charlie that's been hiding in the bushes." He. Like, I say stuff like that. Like, and you would, I think it would be, like, it would be gone. Yeah, Ben said it right. That dude wanted Vandal's bussy. Like,
he probably wouldn't have turned it down if he had seen what it actually was.
Yeah. V8 says instructions unclear. Dick covered in chili and cheese. Yeah. V8's like slutty, sexy. Is that the word?
Would Screw get? I don't think Screw would get like.
I don't think so
like
either.
that, right?
But they have an AI on there
yeah.
where like it'll cut cum out of cucumber, like it'll be
Will it
Q
really?
star burr, like like yeah, it's pretty intense. And it's funny because like they're like you have to be like 16 to play this game, or whatever. But like you can't say cucumber and shit.
Yeah, but 16's not rated R age, so
Yeah, I get it, but still, like
Maybe.
it's all the old guys on here because they can't get on Omegle anymore because they've been banned. You know what I mean? Like, but anyways, there's this one where let's see, let me find it. This guy kind of had like a mental breakdown, and like it's funny, dude. Like he went off for like a week. So let me open it real quick, and then I want to explain it real quick before I show it. So playing this game, there's like politics involved. We have Discord channels, there, it's like it's like a community thing, so you talk to other people in their alliances and kingdoms and stuff like that, and then like there's always somebody trying to fuck somebody up, someone sneaking around, and like there's more drama in this fucking game than I've had in my life in the last 12 years. Like I'm not even joking, like, and I used to drink, but it's bad in this game. It's insane. It's its own like subconscious subjugated ecosystem bio fucking dome. Like it's insane. So anyways,
is this his way of telling us he's leaving the show to go do a show about this game?
He's gonna be dedicated.
No, but people have told me you should do it about the thing.
He's gonna bring us over to it. That's
the Gretchen
I gotta have the break in the worlds, man. I'm a character everywhere. No, but so this guy, he's in this game. He's also kind of like a total douchebag. He used to help this one guy when I first started playing this game, which came out that found out that this guy was a pedophile, and this guy was like his right hand man, and this guy would go around and get drunk, and this guy right here would be like, oh, you should go burn their kingdom and their castles and all this stuff, and like he would go and like fuck up everybody. Like we're the point, people were quitting, people that spent money were quitting and all this stuff, being a bully, and this guy right here I'm about to show you was like the little monkey in the pocket, fucking like, you know, like controlling the beast kind of thing, you know.
Was this the same guy that got butthurt when you were blocking your castle or putting the magical shield on your castle
Yeah,
forever?
this is that
Yeah.
guy. And so
But
like he
it's his
knew.
buddy, right?
No, his buddy. Well, I'm just saying like the history of it, so you guys get
Yeah.
context of like this guy. He's a total piece of shit. He knew the guy was a pedo, you know, and all this stuff, but was still rolling with him and all this. Anyways, so this guy, I don't know what it is. Like I always did like the Gretchen Wieners thing. We made jokes, but like he had like a hard on for me, you know. He'd always like randomly say shit, you know, in the game. And so, you know, I'd be coy back, you know. I love talking shit. That's kind of like my vibe, you know. Like let's fucking do this. And so we're like, you know, he's trying to be fake nice, you know, and all that shit. And I'm fucking Gretchen Wieners, bitch. I know all about the mean girls tactics. You ain't fuck fooling me. Anyways, he would like, you know, say slide shit, backhanded compliment stuff. So, anyways, in fucking Discord, we were talking, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I have these two chicks in my alliance. They've been helping me out and all this stuff." He's like, "Yeah, well, they fucking suck. If if I spent as much money as you, I'd be 10 times stronger." And like, so I'm like, "That's kind of weird. Worrying about another man's money. That's kind of gay, like you know, and shit like that." You know, and he's getting all mad. He's like talking. She's like, "Oh, well, you live under your bubble, bitch." And I'm like, "Well, maybe one day you can afford one." And the backstory why that hurts him is because like he can't afford to spend. He put a bunch of money on a Venmo credit card because he bragged about it and then canceled the purchase. So he owed the fucking mobile game like $400, $200 to $400, and then couldn't buy more stuff because he had to pay that off, right? But he's like bragging about it and then talking shit to me for like spending money on the game. You know, he's like, "Oh, I'd be a lot stronger." He's like, "I'm just trying to help you, pussy." And I'm like, "That's okay. I'd rather drink dog water." And he's like getting all super mad and shit like that, you know, like losing his shit. And I was basically saying fuck you without saying fuck you. You know what I mean? Like all this
So
stuff.
he
And
would say something like, you know, if you made this castle, it's pretty good.
yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Are you Anthony? I don't know.
Yes.
So the funniest part was he was talking shit about he'd talk shit about his own people, you know, his own alliance and all this stuff. And they're supposed to be like, "We're blood brothers, yeah, we butt fuck each other, we're so Trojan," you know what I mean? And shit like that. And so he's talking shit about like the biggest person in his alliance is this like French chick or whatever, and like she's huge and all this stuff. And I was like, "Well, I think I'm doing all right," because like she hit me one time and I beat her, you know. And I was like, "Well, I think I'm doing all right." And he's like, "She's a stupid bitch. She don't know what the fuck she's doing and all this stuff." And so like this is a chat where there's multiple people and it's a Discord, right? You know what I mean? So like people see it, people screenshot it and they send it to people. This is how serious this shit gets, you know? And so this one guy in my alliance found out about that and he hated this guy. And so he sent it to that one chick that he was talking shit about because like, he was like hoping like she'd like and flip out and smash him, you know, like whatever. It's a little sneaky and devious, but I guess that's how the game goes. You know what I mean? And so I guess she was going to fuck him up and he was trying to explain himself. And this is the guy that was like, you know, trying to like slightly bully me and shit like that. So, anyways, he found like, you know, he found out he told her and all that shit. And so, you know, he's like sucking this chick's dick, you know, trying to like, "Oh no, I swear to God, like it's okay." I'm like, "You guys do this on a game I shit." And I'm sitting on the, like, don't get me wrong, I love the game. I love the people I met in it. But like half time I'm shitting on the toilet and you're over here like, "No, please, this and that. Like, oh, our bread brothers, but I hate you." And you know what I mean? And I think it's hilarious. So I got back to the guy that, you know, people told the person that, you know, that's bigger than him, like he's talking mad shit about you, which he was, and all this shit. And this guy goes off, and this isn't a public chat or whatever, and he's like, "Strat and Vandal, the two weakest 35 everyone's ever seen. I'll take both of you pussies. Run your troops like you, uh, gay expletive. Run your mouth. Julie's not gonna fight your fight, pussy. That's what you wanted? Be a man for the first time in your life. Try me, pussy. Strat can't zero someone, so he goes and cries about big bad KG and someone who can. You're weak as fuck." And those little like speaker things next to it means this guy paid literal money to say that out loud. Like he paid money to
get his point across. Yeah.
broadcast his freak out, like his little mental breakdown.
I love the drama. I love the drama. Unnecessary.
Yeah.
Unneeded.
Also,
I'm gonna pay
Vandal,
to
you
yell.
missed an opportunity to reply YOU apostrophe RE.
Well, here's the thing: is like that guy, he spells shit bad all the time, and like I've been in this guy's head for a long time. Now I'm way bigger than him. "Oh, what's up, buddy?" You know, and all this kind of shit, you know, and shit like that. But it's funny because he spells everything wrong. And so you saw on that screen picture that it says alliance at the top, right? So you could spell it, right? ALLIANCE. Like it's literally in front of you, no matter where you're at on the screen, if you're typing a chat. And he spells hit ALLENCE. And so one time I was like, he like talking shit about like, he's like, "Your alliance sucks" and all that. And all I did was reply as asterisk alliance spelled correctly. Fuck you, fucking pussy. Fuck you, and all
So
this
you
shit.
get to talk shit and then go fight.
Yeah.
And then come back and talk shit and then go fight and talk shit and go fight.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
that's
build your castle
that's an
and
interesting concept.
feed your
Yeah.
troops.
It's like a
and-
soap opera with a medieval battle in between. It's great.
Basically. Yeah. And it's funny because a lot of people, like, don't get me wrong, yeah, it would suck to lose your troops, you know, and have to wait and retrain them. But it's like it's not real life. You know what I mean? Like, there are people on there like, oh, you guys are scared of this and scared of me. It's like, no one's scared. You're just fucking annoying. Like,
I
fuck
just haven't
off.
clicked the button to send them to you yet.
Yeah, you
Calm
know what I mean?
down.
Like, oh, you're gonna you hit my troops. Oh, my life's over. And that's what I think is funny. And it's kind of like, I might bring this back around if I get more screenshots and stuff. But how disconnected we are from like reality nowadays. Like, this guy's whole world is in this game, obviously. Like, his
He paid
whole
money to yell at you. He
Yeah.
gave up earned money to be able to vent his frustrations to you. That's my favorite part.
You
It's
know
my
what I
And
favorite.
you
mean?
just laugh. I love
Yeah.
it when they do that.
Yeah, it's bad. So, but yeah, so but other than, like, you know, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be drama everywhere. You go into a Call of Duty lobby, you know, there's racist expletives. You know, you go into any like a D&D, somebody's fucking the dungeon master. It's married, I guess. I don't know. You know, like, and stuff like that. But like, you know, it's just
Getting real.
crazy to me how
He's a
like
troll.
there's different worlds are and all this stuff. And like RB Mark II says, pixel lives matter. But
There was
yeah.
some great chat going on too. I just didn't interrupt your flow.
Yeah, sorry. Shout out to Steve-O. He said Viva Lost Biodome, and thank you for getting that. I love that movie and all that shit. Ern says, I want to catfish some creeps. Now, dude, it's so fucking easy on there. Like, people have offered to buy me stuff in the game, you know, like, oh, like, I'll log into your account. How much do you want? You know, it's crazy. It's kind of like back in the day. This is the comparison to like late 90s, early 2000s, where guys would catfish other guys online to buy them a plane ticket because, like, my parents suck and I want to run away. And then you got this guy to buy you a plane ticket, and then you just went to LA for free. You just have to buy your own plane ticket home. This is like that version of it, but now you're buying gyms to make your horses stronger. You know what I mean? And you know, like, this is, and like, here's the thing: is like, this is the ultimate thing to do it. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to actually, like, they'll never know like your name, your picture, nothing like that. Because in this game, you could be like completely anonymous. This is the scam baby's dream. Like, mobile gaming is the scam baby's
Do you mind
dream.
if I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So how did you get started playing this game? I mean, was it like you won't last and then it like segued you into this? Is that what happened? Like, I really
No.
kind of want to know, but yeah.
So this was 20 days from now will be 365 days of logged things. It tells you. So I played it. I started about a year ago, and so I always played.
Really?
Yeah.
365 days is just
365
about a year.
days.
Yes,
Wait.
365. That's what I
Yeah.
said.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so,
Don't get him started on
Leap year.
Clash of Clans.
yeah, I
And
used to
leap
play,
year,
you know,
that's
like every once in
confusing.
a while I'll get stuck in a game. So for a long time I was playing this game called Dominations. And it's kind of like an old school one where, like, you don't have like a kingdom where you can go out and fight people and stuff. It's like you build your castle and then you search for an enemy and then you get matched and then you battle and then you go home. You know
I
what
don't
I
care
mean?
about that game. I want to know how you get started
Yeah.
on this game.
So but long story short, I was playing that and I was getting super fucking bored, you know, of it, you know, and like usually I play my Xbox. You can ask Struggle. I've been on my Xbox a long time, really, you know, to play games. Since I started playing this, I feel bad, but anyways, that's a different conversation. But you know, so I started playing this game, and so I was playing that one game, and the ad, you know, to get your free 5 gold, you watch the ad for 30 seconds or whatever, and it popped up, and it's the one, you know, how the ads, it's like, oh, I can't figure out Jenga. Go left, you mean right? Boo, fail, you know. It was this one where it's like you pull the thing and you shoot a bullet. It's like ping, 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 ping. You know, it's bouncing around. And I was like, obviously, if it's just that, it's going to be very boring fast. But, you know, that'll keep me entertained for 3 days. Like those games where you run down a street and your stick figure falls or whatever, you know, and shit like that. I was like, okay, cool. So I downloaded it just for the fucking, you know, the shooter part, right? So I go in and usually I like, it's like, if you play like World War Z game or zombies or whatever it is and shit like that, World Zombie. Anyways, it's like one of those games where I click it and I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to shoot shit. And then you go in, it's like, hello, adventurer. There's like, I'm a chick with blonde hair and I'm telling you about the Atlanteans and all this. I'm like, fuck. I'm not reading this. I'm not paying attention to this. I want to shoot some fucking pirates. You know what I mean? And shit. So I skip
Yeah.
all that shit. Skip, 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 skip. for like to get like 20 minutes. You got to build a castle. Fuck. All right, fine. I like building games. Build a castle. Oh, that was quick and easy, And then I got like 600 gold. I'm like, fuck yeah, balling out. And so it's that whole gambling reward system thing. I joined it to do the shooting game. That's a joke that we talk about, my community on there is like we all started it for that fucking shooter game, and then now, some people are like are in bankruptcy for it. Some people have lost their kids and family for it. There's a guy in that one guy's alliance that was trying to like bully me, where he lives in his car so he doesn't have to pay rent, so he buys packs for this game, and he's not even that good. You know what I mean? Like,
I had no idea it had gone to that level.
Yeah, it's that intense. Like, there's this whole.
I was gonna ask, like, what is like an introductory mobile game like that? Like, do you pay when you download it to play, or is it
no? So you can play for free.
It's free to play. Yeah,
it's free to play, but once you start getting to certain levels, if you actually want to get there before next year, you'll have to throw $10 here, $5 here, and then that $5 turns into $40. That $40 turns into $100, and then you're paying $300 because you're like, that's triple rewards. You know what I mean? And shit like that.
Free to play, but pay to win.
Yeah, basically.
So the real winner is whoever is in charge of collecting the money for the game.
China.
10 cent. Yep.
Yeah. No, and this one's what is it? Fun Plus. And like, don't get me wrong,
aren't they owned at 10 cent?
I don't think so. I'm not too sure. Honestly, I don't do that much looking into it. I just have fun with the people there. I have fun, making stuff look cool.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you enjoy it. I mean, it's like Magic the Gathering with me online. I'm not hanging out in the Discords with these people, but it's a game that I enjoy that not everybody does, and fuck you. Like, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing, and so it's funny though. The reason I brought it up is like this whole biology of ecosystems and shit like that, and all that shit. And yeah, it's crazy, and like V8 said in the chat, people buy packs, but exactly isn't that good. Yeah, there's a lot of people that, like, it's crazy. There's a lot of people that spend a lot of money on this. And like, don't get me wrong, I've gotten lucky. There's this Australian chick in my alliance, and there's this German chick in my alliance. Awesome people, very helpful. And they're like, oh, I see you have this. You could, if you tried this, it would probably make it better. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I get it. Not everyone has, like, a community. Like my alliance leader, Chaos, he's like, oh, you should try this. We help each other out. You know what I mean? We're like casual. We're making jokes like we do on the show here in the chat, and shit like that. But there are people on there, dude, I'm talking like dropping like thousands of dollars. And then like I have a guy that like has never paid it for his life. Like, fuck him up. Like,
wait, which game? Which game?
Storm Shot.
Storm Shot. Since there's so much drama and chaos, has there ever been any inner alliance drama?
Oh yeah,
like, have you had to ban someone from your alliance because you're like, this guy's a fucking crook?
Yeah, basically.
I'm more interested in knowing if there been any IRL violence or drama.
I don't know about the IRL violence drama, not that I've heard of, but like people are like hooking up on this game. Like people are like meeting on this game. Oh, I live 4 states away. I live here, like, oh, okay, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend on the game. And then they'll drive out and visit each other and hang out or do whatever they do. And then,
I drove like, 18 hours to see her.
Shit. Like, this is like AOL in 1998, man. Like, this is an AOL chat room. It's insane. Like, this is like more social networking than Facebook at this point. You know what I mean? I'm not looking at Manscaped ads on here. People are hooking up. People are meeting in real life. People are traveling to see each other. People are spending money. Like, anyway, but yeah, it's crazy. And I forgot what I was going to say, but I was going to say something. But,
their revenue last month was $5 million.
Yeah, I helped.
They made $5 million in 1 month off of Storm Shot.
Yeah.
Think about the upkeep.
I don't want you to out yourself. Just keep that information to yourself. I'm just,
I didn't know
honestly, it. I don't want to know. It just makes me mad.
So it's not China getting the money though. It's Switzerland.
No, that's where it goes to funnel.
Yeah, the bank is.
Fun Plus is a Swiss company that runs a front out of Spain. Yeah, out of Spain and Silicon Valley, China.
Everything's Chinese though, so it's basically. It's like a franchisee. You know what I mean? Is what they're doing. They're franchising out the game to a Chinese developer to launder the money through Sweden. Like, come on.
The Swiss are doing now what they did with Germany back in the 20s and 30s. So.
Yeah.
The company's run by a Swedish-speaking Spaniard.
Trust it.
And if you believe that, I'll tell you some more.
Yeah. And then V8
with
says
a confident
voice.
Yeah.
V8 says in chat, don't get me wrong, I'll throw a few bucks at a game. but that's for like remote passes a couple times a year in Pogo. Van's talking about AOL chat in '98, like he was there. He was like, "Dude, I'm 37 years old. I was around. Where do you think I like?
He was there.
He was the kid I was.
He was the kid I was bullying as I was on it at 16.
I was the bully, and then I go in the other chat rooms where it was Punk Ska Rock 1, 2, or 3, and then I'd play Avril Lavigne over the thing, and they can't stop you from using it. It's like a fucking walkie-talkie. Once you push that button, it's all yours.
And I can't judge Vandal because I've played Destiny for the last 10 fucking years. So
it's funny because that's how I justify, spending $5 here and myself. I'm like, Snorkel and Geekus for like $12 grand into Destiny. So
yeah, son of a bitch.
Yeah. But so that was that segment. We're kind of dragging this on. Anthony just letting it happen because boat parts is tonight. So
is it? I forgot all about it.
I got an AOL Instant Messenger story one of these days. Not right now, but I got one.
We should do a nostalgic internet night, and then we'll talk about
all right.
times.
So what is up next?
Florida Fallout.
Look.
Oh, I just wanted another look at Vandal and her castle. Yeah, Florida Fallout.
Roll that bumper.
Bumper is up.
That sewer rug, he's so stupid he couldn't pour piss out a boot with the instructions written on the heel. Here's another Florida Fallout for you.
All right, Suey Rug, what do you got for us?
Well, welcome back to Florida. Oh my gosh. We're keeping it themed, folks. We're talking catfishing. And I did a quick dive. I looked at some Florida stuff. And I got to tell you, a lot of it's horrible what catfishing is. But I can say that in 2022, Florida was able to claim $70 million in catfishing money. That's right. Florida catfishers stole $70 million off suckers for catfishing schemes. That's brutal, man. $70 million. And
like interdating catfishing or like catfishing?
I mean, it's
hard to tell you.
It's very vague, isn't it? I
thought that's where he was going at first, and then he said online. So
yeah, absolutely online scammers. Just your basic like, I love you, I'm a model, we should get together, but my car broke down. Sort of stories.
Yeah.
And like, I sifted through at least 100 stories, and most of them are horrible. Okay, most of them are deadly, and you're like, wow,
foreigners.
Yeah, that's not great. But some of them were kind of fun and piqued my interest. Like there was this catfish lady, female lady, and she was catfishing folks for car tows. She owned a tow truck, and so she would catfish these guys and be like, "Oh, I want to meet you. We should meet at this Popeyes on the corner. Park in the back of the lot. It's easier for me to get to you." And then she'd show up and be like, "Gotcha, bitch," and just take the car.
She's like a repo lady.
Repo lady, yeah, she owned a tow
you said
truck.
Tow truck driver. I was like, is she stealing the cars or?
No,
either way is a win. I mean,
she was repoing. Yeah, she was supposed to. But yeah, there was another guy, a gang member guy in Florida, who would pretend to be a female, a down-ass chick looking for her man, kind of thing, and then he would pick the guy up and be like, "Oh yeah, you're going to meet Tiffany or whatever, right? Yeah, I'm gonna drive you to her." And he would drive him to rival gang territory and beat the guys up. So like people were advantageous with their catfishing. One chick dated this catfish guy that pretended to be a model guy, and he's like, "Ooh, I'm sexy model guy. Look at how fancy I am." And it ended up not being him. And then the real guy like lived 2 towns over, the model guy himself, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not allowed to have an online profile because everyone steals my photos." And they got married. The catfish romance that came true.
Okay, I want to go back to the gang member thing again.
Yeah, let's hear it real quick. I got the facts right
All
here.
Right, so the gang member is getting on the phone and pretending, or internet or whatever, and pretending to be a woman so that they can entrap guys to.
What's up, boo?
But here's the thing. When I think gang member, I don't typically think that that's a particular skill that they would have in their repertoire to be able to, get inside the female mind enough to be able to, punk some poor guy.
They're punking other gang members.
I'm just wondering, like, when they're pledging to be a gang member of their gang, whatever it happens to be, is like, I have a particular set of skills that I can show you that will actually work. It's like the initiation night is the
My
first
research
fetch.
right here says he used a lot of he's, and I think that's what won the guy.
It was Vandal.
You can't prove shit. No.
What's set,
I
man?
got screenshots, man.
I was out of town that evening.
But yeah, that's what I'm not gonna oust his name, but yeah, there was a real guy that did this, and he did it for his gang, and he's like, I'll get those fools, and he just brought them in, and they jumped him one at a time, but you got to imagine the other gang members, right? If he targeted a certain gang, he's like, oh, you're going to see Melinda too? This is gonna be great. We should both party with Melinda. Like there's got to be
work in a mafia situation because they all want to marry girls named Maria. So that wouldn't be so strange. But yes, in that particular situation, I think probably
it is a bit odd.
But was the other gang watching from the corner and they're like, oh, we're gonna fight him, and they see him beat somebody else up, and they're like, wait
a second.
What's going on here?
Why would it all have to be the same name? Couldn't he just make up different names for each person that he was scamming?
He'd probably have to, right?
Amanda, Mandy, Emma.
I think more like LaQuisha. But anyway,
all gang style, all fun stuff. One chick, she lived with her grandma in L.A. I know, wrong state, and she came home one day and her grandma was gone, but her cell phone was there and her car was there, and she's like, what gives? 3 days later, she gets a random text message and it's like, oh, honey, it's grandma. I moved to New York. Have fun with the apartment until the lease is over. And then she's like, what gives? And after like 6 months, she was finally like, all right, I'll give you my address, but show up this day at this time. And she shows up and it's like a 4 a.m. thing. And it's like an apartment filled with like 3 20-something-year-old guys. And she's like, what the fuck? This is not my grandma's house. She found out years later that her grandma moved to Florida and her great aunt had catfished her. And she found out after her grandma passed that she moved to Florida and like lived her life without her. So I think it's not a sad story. I think the granddaughter was a nuisance and they were like saving grandma from her, because she's like, grandma, how am I going to live in LA without you? That's my best female impression. So not that great. But yeah, I did my research. Once again, $70 million was taken from people, scammed from people in the midst of all this in 2022. Florida was number 2 in the United States for catfish scams.
Well, it makes sense too, because like you think like, oh, a chick from Florida, you're thinking beaches and Baywatch kind of stuff, and like clubbing and all that stuff. So it makes sense. But
Gators and Cubanas, yeah,
and those hats that Bruno Mars wore, and stuff like that. But
not like the one I have at all. Mine's more of a pilgrim hat. That's fine.
But
the exact same hat there, Surak. Exact same hat.
There's a friend I have in real life whose mom thought she was talking to Harry Styles for 6 months.
Oh, God.
And but like every time she tried to FaceTime him and stuff like that. Oh, I'm getting a service out here. Oh, my phone's broken or something like that. It's like, well, he's Harry fucking Styles. You know what I mean? Like, I don't listen to his music. I couldn't name one song, but I'm pretty sure you can.
I guarantee you, he's not on Cricket Mobile.
Yeah, his minutes aren't free after 8. You know what I mean?
No, he's on Mint Mobile because Ryan Reynolds told him to.
Yeah, and like it's crazy because like people fall for this stuff, and there's no pictures or anything, or like, oh, my camera's broken and all this stuff. And like, we used to do this with the Craigslist thing, but like, just this is your pro tip for the night. Like, don't fall for it. Don't Big Rick this up. You know what I mean? Don't comment onto like porn bots, and stuff like this. If someone can't show you who they are in today's day and age, that's not who they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one, like, I get it. Like, you might be the 1 in a million, but you're not going to be that finds love from someone that's halfway across the country that you're never going to meet. And then like you think you're going to meet, and then you end up at grandma's house where it's full of teenagers, like Sewer Rug said. So
see, if it was me, I would be asking for ridiculous stuff, not gross, but ridiculous. Like, send me a picture with 4 fingers up and then a hot dog in the other hand. Like very specific to the moment. Yeah.
That's exactly what I do when I fuck with the porn bots on Instagram. You know, like I know you're clearly a porn bot. You screenshotted an Instagram pic and didn't crop out the Instagram part. You know what I mean? And shit like this.
So got a border there.
Yeah. So
I'm with Ern
like,
though. I do love it when the family members are doing the catfishing. It's just
Yeah.
a little extra special fun for me.
Well, that's when you got quality family members right there. You know what I mean? Like they could be doing better, but you know what? Fuck you. You know?
But how bad was the granddaughter that the great aunt was like, we gotta like lie. Just leave your phone, leave your car.
It had to be bad. She was halfway across the country already, and then she was like further away.
Yeah.
Good luck finding an old lady
a dead
in
body
Florida.
from the morgue and put it in her car and pushed it in the lake and still
put a wig on it and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Love
bad. I'm not mad. Harry didn't get me. Dude, it's really him. I'm telling you, Snorkel.
Keep messaging. You never know.
So
Might
is
add you to the next one.
Is that everything you've got for the Florida fallout there, Suey?
I mean, that's all I need to know. There's
that was
sand,
fantastic.
there's gators, and there's
Great
catfishing.
job. You were getting fantastic at this segment. Keep it up.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting
we'll
good,
see
but
you next week.
He's not getting good at understanding that we're still gonna pick on him.
Fine.
Oh no, yeah. Welcome to my world.
I'm paying attention.
Precisely planned shows go awry.
Suey Rug, the trick is don't pay attention. Just don't. Do you think Vandal or I pay attention?
Huh? No, that was perfect timing. So I was I hope he is talking to my man.
Oh, so what's up next? So we've got Scamming Me Senpai.
Oh, good. We got 3 more segments. Okay.
So, Scamming Me Senpai.
We can skip both parts. That's fine.
We don't need it.
Mine's really quick.
Delane, we all know that Harry Styles has better taste.
Vandal? Are you kidding me? They're about the same height. Wait, who's taller? Harry Styles?
I think Harry Styles is taller.
You'd be surprised.
No, I wouldn't.
All right, so we did the segment before. Basically, I can't stand scammers. I used to have it where for unknown calls to voicemail. I leave it on now so that I can answer it, leave them on for about 20 minutes. This is kind of like where I get my sick, sad joy in my life. I don't enjoy nature. I don't enjoy much else besides, being a dick face. So a while back, we did this thing where I pop up this email I've gotten, I read it, and then chat just types out random things, as well as people on the panel say things. I type it all together and I send it back to them in a response in the email. We did this once before, and they didn't send it back. I didn't get the inheritance, so that sucks. But this time maybe we can figure it out. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna pop this up on screen for you. Read it, and then chat. Go ahead and feel free to start typing in things for me to copy and paste. And it doesn't have to be cohesive. Just whatever the fuck you feel like saying to this person. So right here from Luis Montez, October 5th, 2023 at 4:10 a.m. Can you honestly do this for me? Hello. Good day to you. First met me, apologize if this email does not suit your business or personal ethics. I am Reverend Father Luis Montez, a missionary priest of the Institute of Incarnate World in the community Christ the King in Baghdad, the Iraqi capital. I have been diagnosed with esophageal, whatever they say when Jello gets hard.
One of those words, yeah.
Mesothelioma?
Yeah, and you might be entitled to compensation. No, esophageal cancer, and I'm currently undergoing treatment. It has
at Camp Lejeune.
It has defied all forms of medical treatment, and now I have a few months to live. That, according to my doctor, but I keep believing in God to survive as the Spirit of Almighty directed me to contact you for important charity work. I have US 11.1 million deposited in a safe location in Asia.
That's not a safe location.
Which I want you to claim on my behalf for an important charitable project to continue helping the less privileged in society. Can you honestly do this for me? Look forward to the possibility of hearing from you with your detailed information. Remain blessed in the Lord. Reverend Ferrer Luis Montez. So, chat, go ahead, start typing whatever you want. I'm going to copy and paste it in this email, send it back, and hopefully Reverend Luis Montez finds the light in my message. Amen. And also, you guys can tell me whatever too, and I could type it in. It's funny how. Oh, never mind. I thought that was. Never mind. Ernst has throat cancer. I know what it is. I just can't say it. It's like me and Sue Rug at work. Like, we know what it is, but we can't do it, you know?
We
Like,
just watch them do it.
Surira giving you at least the first opener before the comma.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm going to let chat get a chance to catch up, but I wanted to start it out right.
We got it started. Now everything that follows Sewer Rug is going to go into this email.
Good night, Delane. Sewer Rug. Yeah.
In the game eSoft. Love it.
Oh, and she also says Harry is 6 foot. Vandal can lay his head on his shoulder and then happy tear eyes. I hate it.
Vandal is.
I responded to that.
Vandal is almost as many inches shorter of Harry Styles as I am taller than Harry Styles.
Yeah, Snorkel, you're like a bajillion, right?
Yeah. Also, V8 says he's super tall too. And he's having to duck through places for normal people. So.
That's the next line on the message.
It does suck, V8, but at the same time, it's great to tell people that you won't grab stuff off of a high shelf for them.
And actually, Sewer Rug gave me the great idea. From now on, after Sewer Rug starts the intro, whatever you guys type, I'm just going to copy and paste. So
this is how the letter is going.
Chat, you are writing the response letter to Louise.
To a guy with throat cancer with $1.11 million or
$11.1
million dollars in China, which is a terrible place.
To China and bought a lung from a kid for that much money.
I mean, literally, he could have bought 2 lungs.
Yeah. Shit, get a third one if you even, you know.
There you go.
All out, you know. Are you from
buy
Spain?
2, get 1 free.
Anthony says, "Are you from Spain? Do you speak Swedish?"
Swedish.
Very specific.
Finn says, "Dear sir, I regret to inform you that I have died. However, I'm very intrigued by your charitable offer. After giving it much consideration, I can say that I am very muchly excited to get started."
Lawful. Followed by lawful.
Followed by lawful.
Yeah.
What does lawful mean?
Lawful.
Sounds like a presidential address.
Yeah.
Christ
the
King guided me to tell you to go fuck yourself.
I
His letter took a harsh turn.
Someone's going to say nice things, and then people are going to say, like, Mike D, you know? And this guy's just going to get mixed signals. You know, he doesn't know.
His letter took a harsh turn. Yeah.
I'm from SoCal. We speak English, Spanish, Spanglish, and Typonese. That's going in there, too. I like the flow of this, you know? It's very erratic. Could you imagine, though, like, them reading this and thinking, like, their English is bad? Like, oh, we got him. Like...
they're on the hook.
Yeah. We got them. And they, like, high-five each other, but then they had to put their arms down because they don't have deodorant in that country, you know?
I don't feel confident or secure.
No. We will throat cancer affect your ability to give head, says Snorkel. Wow.
God damn.
Can I hit the trach?
Can I go in through the front with one of those robot voice module things?
I wanted to ask this before, and I forgot until Snorkel just made me think about it.
We're gonna get another warning.
Anyway, do you think if, like, someone with a trach hole, right? This is, like, you know, a bad idea.
Oh, but man, are we really going here?
You take the bowl of a hookah, right? The big ceramic bowl, and they hold it in their mouth, right?
Yes.
And then, like, you put some weed in there, and then could you hit their throat?
Hit like their throat? Yeah.
Yeah.
You could turn their head into a bong at that point.
Imagine, like, it's a gravity bomb, but you're waterboarding them.
Exactly.
Happy midlife crisis, Vandal.
I'm down to try stuff. Okay.
You got more typing to do.
Okay, and then I can.
I don't even like to be in the same room with people.
I went out
last Saturday to be social. I lasted 2 hours, and that's only because I forgot to call Delane. Like,
only because your Uber was late.
Yeah. I didn't even eat the food.
You're like, I'm done with human.
I shotgunned a Sprite, you know. I went home.
I believe Ronnie is carrying the message here very
so, hold on,
strongly.
Sewer at Rug adds, I can found you 11.2 million US dollars for saying the fee for helping the Lorb. V8
The
says,
Lord.
Sean, the trach is just an extra hole for the pole. Okay, that's getting in there. This guy like serious? He's like, what's going on? You know,
not extra, entra hole for the.
I could see Luis just dropping his throat mic, being like,
he's gonna look to see what language it was translated from.
He's like this. He's like he reads it. And he's like,
now I know what my prince in Nigeria feels like.
He loosens his collar. He's like, this is getting serious.
Ronnie says, I'm sorry to hear. I can't say spelling it, but I am sorry to hear of your illness. I'm currently in hospital also. Please send funds to help. I will help use with all the might I can. And then Ben says,
Throng.
Throng.
That's the sign off right there. Just end it after. We'll help you, and then throng.
Oh, Mike D says, I'll do it for you to buy some Girl Scout cookies for my niece in Jamaica. And then V8 says, don't forget a bit about the chick that got chlamydia in her stomach.
And praise the Lord, Geekus is king. King.
All right, we need to sign out after praise the Lord, Geekus is king.
I mean, that's the sign out right there, bro.
But sincerely, or yours truly, or XOXO.
I mean, lukewarm regards.
Lukewarm regards.
Jessica with a J.
Jessica with a hard Y.
All right, copy. Send.
Hopefully we get some money out of this, you know?
Yeah, you never know. Like, this could be that 1 in a million, you know? It's like all those guys that simp for billionaires. Like, I could be there one day, too. You're 37 working at Home Depot. It's not going to happen. Anyways.
With much phlegm.
Yeah. Much
You were going to have your 15 minutes. You would have had it already.
Yeah, it's gone. So, that has been Scammy Senpai. If we get a response, you will find out next week because I will go and put on the show. We do have
you ever gotten a response?
No, we've only done it twice though. So
yeah,
you know
I was hoping that one of them did.
I'm so glad that came back. That's so fun.
I love those subs. Yeah, I love when chat gets rolling and realizes what they can do.
Yeah, and we're gonna powers. We don't care. Yeah, so I get to do my one segment tonight, and then we'll go on to boat parts. And mine is really quick. All I did was I took some dating apps and changed them a little bit over to a more catfish style, what the app would be like if you catfished on it. And so I'm just calling it catfishing, and I just thought this picture was funny, so I used it. Anyway,
I dig it.
That's a
Suirug is trying to figure out his life's choices right now. So
I'm deleting my online app.
I just figured this looks like the thing that would be on the other end of the computer that says she's 5'9", blonde, 38 double D.
On their back.
So anyway, we're all familiar with Tinder, pretty popular dating app, and I thought, but if I was a catfisher and I really wanted to, use my skills, I'd go on Finder.
Yeah. Because you're trying to find her.
And all I had to do was turn the T upside down. All the same shit. I had no funky business. Just change the color and turn the T upside down.
You're onto something. You could sell this to the Apple OS store and make some money, man.
Yeah,
you just
I thought
sell
this
the
one
logo.
wasn't bad. This actually turned out pretty good.
This would be a great.
It's not an app or
finder
crap, but we could have went with that. Yeah, I all of these I keep thinking like, could this actually be like for fishing people?
Like whoever holds the best fish, like it wins the Fender of the day.
Guys holding up cardboard cutouts of tuna, and they're like, I really caught this tuna.
Or a dating app that you have to hold up the fish that you caught.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And yeah, the guy's holding up a cardboard tuna. He's like, I catch 400-pound tuna.
There we go. Well, anybody know anybody that can make an app?
I don't know.
Sorry, I don't have the time right now.
It's funny because there was fishing competitions, right? And so I wonder if there was this guy that got busted and it was like a huge deal, I guess, for all 12 people that were there. that this guy put weights in his fish or whatever. So I wonder if, like, you go on here and instead of getting, like, fake nudes from somebody, they'd be like, was that really a 42-pound carp? Are you lying to me, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, they're Facebooking and stretching the fish,
You see the curves like Kim
on the
Kardashian's
Google
Photoshop
Pro Pixel 90-100. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so perfect.
All right, well, maybe the rest of these will suck because it's been a busy week. But anyway, Match.com.
Oh no.
Super, I honestly I took it easy. There's nothing here that to be about. Something more catfishy,
I'd sign up for that just in hopes that I got fooled, Dupe me. See what you got. Catch.com.
Oh no, yeah.
This is already like you're not gonna change it, are you?
You didn't do anything to this, did you?
Yeah, you don't have to change this one. This is where you go to meet single moms.
But I decided, we need to kind of just make this one as obvious as possible because that's what this one already kind of stands for. So
yeah.
There
we go. I
had a buddy I was in the army with, and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I just catch and release, plenty of fish, and all this stuff." Next thing you know, he's taking care of somebody else's 3 kids.
Yeah.
Like I'm
babysitting. Go on Facebook Marketplace, search up wedding dresses for sale, sort by size. Done.
That joke progresses with it. Yeah, I got it. It used to be a Craigslist joke. Now it's a marketplace.
Now it's Facebook Marketplace.
But I like it. Nonetheless, I like it. The last one, sometimes people are looking for something a little different. Maybe they're not looking for the normal kind of catfish thing. They might start out site like this. Maybe.
I don't even have an account
that's
there.
What my brother did.
You can
and
check
then
my
they might
recent
end
apps.
up on something like this.
Grouper.
That's also what my brother did.
Why are the R so long? Is that the wiener?
That's the wiener, dude.
Because the font for Grindr isn't a font. It doesn't exist anywhere. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it so it's close enough.
I liked though that you
a hard G and a hard R.
Yeah. I like that instead of doing a font for Grindr, you did a font for a very bad cover band of Slayer.
And the Ropers.
Mike T says 2-pound carp is nothing to write home about, by the way. On Finder, you got to add a 0 behind that 2, Vandal.
I love our chat because they call you out on stuff
that we miss.
Doesn't matter, but they're still keeping you honest. Like, yeah, I mean, carp suck shit off the bottom of the, a little one's 2 pounds. I get it. I understand. He was just making an example. Anyway, that was all I had for catfishing. I knew I needed a segment tonight, so I didn't look like, lazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go on to. Wow, it's 11:30. I don't know. Should we keep these kids up a little later?
Yeah, bumper is up.
Cost me a lot of fucking money. How did it cost you money? Cost me at least
Welcome to Boat Perks.
$5,000.
The thing that even Kentucky wish.
Cost me at least
Why?
$2,000, five fucking grand.
Why?
All right, so if anyone's new here, basically we go on Facebook Marketplace and it's Price is Right rules. I think there's somebody, I don't know. You bid on something that I throw
maybe
up on the
Ben
screen.
is new enough. I don't.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyways, I gotta explain it. I throw up something on the screen, and then you bid on it without going over. Whoever gets closest without going over wins. You can't do the same bid as someone else. You can do a penny more. You can do $1 more, $1 more, penny less. Doesn't matter. It can't be the same bid. And then whoever gets closest wins that round. And we're not giving away anything, so sorry. But yeah, and Ern says, sorry, Mike, but you didn't say.
Yeah, he corrected him.
Actually.
Yeah. So
actually,
answer doesn't count.
Mike D did not say
I'm taking away Mike D. I'm taking away Mike D's points right now. Taking them away. Rules are rules,
well,
man.
God damn it, Ben's been here for this, so maybe V8's not been here for both parts. I don't fucking know.
V8, guess the price. Put it in chat. Don't copy someone's price.
Yeah,
that's about what I know. I don't
and
know
Ben
the rest
says,
of it.
I've been here for this. So
I think Ben won the last one, actually.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of winning.
All right. So sorry.
V8 D8 still dating the speakers from the first one he was in. So.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, he was here for one. He got those sexy speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight, the first thing I have for you guys.
Did you find something sexier
than Bosnia?
Bosnia.
Tonight I
He's
have
named
the
him.
first thing. Is a 1974 Porsche 914/8, driven 565 miles, manual transmission, exterior color orange, interior color black, fuel type gasoline, excellent condition, clean title, has no significant damages or problems. No other facts or features on there. So let me go ahead and toss it up on screen. And I don't get me wrong, I'm not a car guy. You guys know this, but this car is really fucking cool looking.
Oh, we didn't know that.
I was just getting ready to say, without you knowing, I love this car.
I like little like rat roddy looking cars. You know what I mean? Like I know it's a Porsche, and it's not a rat rod, but it has like it looks.
Oh no, 914s are beautiful.
Yeah, these things are bitching.
That's got some problems already. No significant problems, my ass.
And here's the best thing about it is that this thing
not on any of the
like,
original parts, which are in a pile over there.
Yeah, but it looks really fucking cool, and this is what a Fiero would look like if it did cocaine.
A Fiero would kick that thing's ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a soft spot for Fieros, man.
Oh, I love Fieros. But I mean, everything looks clean on it. I couldn't tell you shit about it. That's a really small engine compartment. You know, like I get it, it's a Porsche.
It's like somebody with a 914 that suddenly decided they wanted a Subaru Brat instead. What the fuck did they do to that?
Yeah, I don't know why all the body work.
The body work
looks
that
like
was
an El Camino.
Yeah, the body work that was.
I was
done
excited until I saw the picture of it, and I was like, "That should actually go on Customize." It's
wow.
He had an idea, and
picked he picked too short of a car for his idea.
I mean, those wheels had to be serious custom.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we're bidding. I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in it.
Yeah. V8 changed his bid. He said, I was here for this also. He nailed the trailer a few weeks back. That's right. I remember now. V8 said 137K. Then he said, never mind. It's a kit car. 2,500. Ben says $22,500. While chat catches up. Snorkel, what would you give for this car that you hate?
I did it in chat.
It doesn't say. Oh yeah.
It's not a kit car. It is not a kit car, Ben.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If it
it looks like a kit car, but that's
is it like
914
build this on a Volkswagen Beetle?
Yeah. It's not a Volkswagen Beetle. The floor plan is way too shallow for a Volkswagen Beetle.
So Ben said 22,000.
And it's in Vegas.
Like what he wants for it.
What he wants for it is what I'm saying, 25,000, because it's in Vegas, and supposedly this is no damage. There's a lot of damage.
Emotional.
And I'm actually going to give you some wiggle room. So.
Yeah. So Snorkel.
There we go.
5,000. I can't tell you if it's a kit or not, but I think he just did some modifications that look like it. Ern says 12,000.
Well, there's a body kit.
Steve-O gets a bonus point just for giving the only good answer so far.
Ern says 12,000. Mike D says $11,000. $11,009. Ronnie Jim says $4,999.45. Anthony says 30,000. Steve-O says 69,420. And Ben says, "Okay, I stand on what I said." So.
Actually, I kind of read that with an exclamation mark after it.
Okay.
I stand on what I said.
And then V8 says he's
God, yes, V8.
Very badly.
Oh, it's modded extremely badly to hide all the damage that is done to
it. Mike T says, actually, just a whole lot of bad taste and shit. So,
yes.
Sewer Rug, what would you do to go out to a sewer emergency in this Batmobile?
This is the emergency sewer. $30,427 for that half of the car. When I get the rest, I'll pay. That's where I'm at.
The actual price being sought for this is going to be $89,000.
89,000.
Steve-O, is that it?
I
69.
think Steve-O
Steve-O.
technically got it.
Yeah.
V8 would have been closer if he'd stuck with his 137.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this guy is higher than I thought he was.
I thought that PT
High risk,
Cruiser
all
was
right.
priced wrong. And god damn, that's bad.
Well,
I've never been so excited to see a car and then been so disappointed.
I know. When he started
Alright.
describing, I'm like, hell's yeah. And then the
A
first picture of that
914's
butchered bumper.
You just need to see one that doesn't look like
Anthony,
looks
Ben
original.
Ben clarified it was passive, so it was more like, okay.
Okay.
I stand on what I said.
yeah.
What's he gonna say?
The interior, the
Okay.
interior is
Okay.
diamond plated, Ern. You're not seeing things wrong.
I'm
Ronnie
sorry,
Jim
Ben.
asked how much
It's in
coke he's
text,
doing.
and I just hear it how I hear it in my brain.
Yeah.
Ronnie
And
Jim asked him how much coke he's doing, and I gotta tell you, with a fucking spoiler like that, if he's not doing it on the spoiler, the guy's a puss.
He's doing $89,000 worth of coke, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Oh, but
you buy
it's
it,
in
that's what it'll
Vegas,
do right
too.
in
It
front
could
of you.
be last resort gambling debt. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that. I need 85,000 to clear my debt and $4,000 to get out of it.
Actually, this is the type of guy to lose
Thank you,
racing for
Steve-O.
slips.
Yeah,
So
actually.
$0 in one quick race.
Actually. He kept it
Yeah.
appropriate.
So the next one that we have up for you guys is a pink casket in stock. Details:
Go on.
used, fair, color.
Used.
Wait, whoa, whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
whoa.
Oh, let's go back to the
Several
top.
things in that match that I wasn't
One previous owner, okay?
You're starting that sentence over again, my
What?
dude.
Dude, I'm high, but not that high.
I got it.
Stella Ramella needs a recap on that. Yeah, just one previous owner? Is that what's happening?
No, start at the beginning because there was something before that.
A pink casket in stock
In
condition.
stock. Wait, okay, go ahead. You said
I
this was
should've did that
marketplace.
cottonmouth, man. Oh my god.
Earn with the 3 question marks. Yeah.
I thought this was marketplace.
Like, as it's getting lowered, they're like, no.
How many
pull her
pink
out, pull her
caskets
out.
are you selling on marketplace?
Do it again.
Condition
Enough that you have to
fair,
pull out one from the ground.
color.
No, as it's
gray.
being lowered, she was like, no, change plans. I don't like the pink. Bring it back up. Bring it back up.
She said, bitch, you thought.
Psych! I got you!
Go ahead slowly.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh
Condition,
my
used,
God.
Fair, color, gray, material, fabric. Hey guys.
Fair. Wait a minute. Fair.
Fair.
Hey guys.
If I'm
selling my
buying a used casket, it's gonna have to be like new.
The locks
Like
are broken
them.
on the sides, so it doesn't lock, but opens and closes just fine.
So is this
So,
okay? This is a
Someone
decoration.
broke out of this when they were lowering it, and that's how it was used fair.
No, this is a Halloween.
Bring out your dad. I'm not dead yet. Yeah.
You'll be stone dead in a moment.
So it's up on the screen for when you guys catch up to it, and I gotta tell you,
I'm not even looking at this. I gave my bid. We're done.
the craziest part though is like obviously this is like like one of those like gothy, like not gothy even because it's like a pink thing though, and like don't get me wrong, you can be a pink goth. I understand that, but like. It's got the fuzzy carpet. It's got all that. This is like the glam Marilyn Manson phase of whoever's life this is.
She thought it would replace her bed and then was like, there's no
Here's the
support
best
for my
part.
back.
The second photo has it in front of a drop sheet with studio lighting. So what the fuck? You think this chick was in here doing like necro only fans, like only necros, like?
V8 minimal leakage stains.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then her grandmother moved to Florida.
Yeah. I want UV lights
But
on this
here's
thing.
the worst
before I buy
part.
it.
When this picture pops up for when both panels are open, if you look at the midpoint where your groin area would be, there's definitely some squirtage stains.
Oh, yeah.
I want UV
Definitely
lights on this.
some
That's why it's
squirtage.
in fair condition.
Yeah.
When you go to your funeral, but your credit card was declined.
And like,
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what to tell you.
and like so like this person definitely was playing DJ Hero in here.
Also, Pastel Goth is fucking hot as shit.
So, okay, so we know a little bit more about it now, so we can bid appropriately. But I would say
200
like
pounds of daddy
and make it into a couch or something. Just have an upholsterer rip all that shit out of there. And
Ben gets minus 1 point.
Definitely had a gusher in there, yeah. And I like. Don't get me wrong, Anthony. I think like your idea would be cool. Like you cut it out into like seats or something. You know what I mean? And then have the backside up permanently as a shelf behind you for like your remotes or something. But like I'm definitely not gonna buy it. Yeah. And here's the thing. Like I get it. Maybe I'm not that kind of guy, but I'm not gonna buy an e-girl's like a gush coffin. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, I got no problem with that.
Anthony, this time Ben did have an exclamation point. So he's like, definitely had a gusher in there. Definitely. I feel like.
So what he's showing me is two things. Number one, he knows when he's going to use an exclamation point. So I'm enjoying that. Thank you.
Definitely in there.
He did say earlier, he said it more casually, but if that's how you guys wanted it, he's okay with it.
Steve-O, can anyone really put a price on this amount of laughter? No, they can't.
No. Yeah. So let me go ahead and see who's bidding already. We got Ben says, take my money. Let's see. V8 says, legally, if a living person has climbed and it has to be sold as used. Why do you know that? Steve,
it is a true statement.
Was there an actually before that? Because
there was no actually, but that is a true statement. Actually, it's a true statement.
Oh, yes. I understand it.
I got Ben right.
Yeah. V8 also bid $2,300 and also says.
Also, V8 loses all his points for the next 4 games.
Yeah.
That last comment, no more points for V8.
We have to take this as a serious opinion because with a name like Ern, he would know this. He says, nope, that's not a real casket. Ronnie Jim says $3,350. Ben says I blacklight it. Looks like a porn set. Yeah, definitely. Ern says 3,000, and then the V8 says the 200 pounds of daddy issues. Anthony said $200. Steve-O says 1, 2, 3, 4,000, $1,234.56. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then V8 says it's not necrophilia if there's still. Oh God.
Yeah, that's he gets no more points. 4 more episodes, no points.
No. He gets points. He gets.
Anthony says,
That's my kind of humor.
So he said 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You went up Steve-O.
Yeah. Mike T says 4,200. Bob Goff. Ern says, what about if it's
Oh no! Yeah, Ern also gets no points.
Damn. We couldn't catch a bus back to the line.
DA also says, don't fucking ask questions that involve things that haven't hit the statute of limitations. I said what I said, Ern.
And the line moved to Florida with that person's grandma.
Safety first.
All right. So we got everyone set for, I believe, Sewer Rug's bid.
This goddamn Tempur-Pedic with the lid. Let's give it a good old 3,500 fucking goth rocks.
All right, so he's talking about goth rocks. I think that's like $82. I don't know the comparison. The actual price being sought for this gushing casket is $750.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Did I get it with a $200?
Yep.
Yes. Yes. It shall be mine. Oh, yes.
Ben's now realizing what he did to Steve-O.
Not included the corpse that was previously in it. Evidently, V8 took that one. So
honestly, I think Anthony should be the one to win it because I can see him doing something with that.
Wait, that's not.
Rocks don't work.
With your
he'll use Big Lots
from fucking Criminal Minds.
He'll get it delivered from Big Lots. It won't show up for like 6 months, dude.
Yeah, but then when it does, he could do this, whatever her name is from Criminal Minds, and then he could do like a horror themed podcast, but it's like a drag show one,
Oh no. I'd pay to see that.
It's coming out. Good evening.
No, he can't. No, he can't.
I've got ideas. All right.
I'm sorry, Vandal. I keep looking at you thinking, I want it that way. I don't know why, but the whole time. Yes, thank you. Because that's all I've been seeing all night.
All right. So the last, but definitely not
Especially that
least,
background.
and I just want to let you guys know now. I'm sure some of you guys like sports ball and shit, but fuck the Raiders and fuck their fan base. You're ruining Las Vegas. I hate you. No, but we
fuck
have
the LA Traders since they traded from being the LA Traders fucking 16 years ago.
Ruining Las Vegas. What are they doing? Sweeping the streets, getting rid of the whores? Like
4 or 5 of their players or former players have DUI killed people. So like fuck you. 2019.
They did that in LA too.
Yeah, but I don't care about LA. 2019 Easy Go Gas Golf Cart. It's Raiders themed. NFL Custom Raiders Helmet Golf Cart. 2019 gas powered golf cart. Are you a real Raider fan? If you are, this is a one of a kind NFL Raiders golf cart. You will never mistake your golf cart for someone else's golf cart. New Kenwood stereo with amplifier, 2 10-inch subwoofers, 2 6x9 speakers on the back wall, and 2 6-inch speakers in the dash. New backup camera. New Optima battery.
Why do you need a backup camera on a golf cart?
Because you peripherals. You don't have it.
You'll see.
It's a
new
golf
tires.
cart.
Tune-up done in 2002, and again, gas-powered.
Gas-powered.
Remember, this is a 2019.
Also, if I had $1 for every time I confused my golf cart for somebody else's,
this is why you need a backup camera.
It still hasn't popped up on. Yeah, we're waiting.
Golf cart key right here. I'm gonna lock up my golf cart. There we go.
I'd rather walk. What the absolute fuck? Oh god.
Yeah.
I wouldn't walk across the street to pick that up.
It's like you look at
sure
it,
as fuck not giving them money for it.
Like look at
There's my bid. There's my fucking bid. We're done.
You want them to pay you? It
yeah,
sure
they're giving me $100 goddamn dollars to fucking buy that thing.
No, they're not lifted, but they do ride on airbags. It does look like hell.
It's being sold by an airbag.
Oh, each picture just makes it worse.
I stopped
you
looking
like
after the second one.
Own this, I really don't want to know you.
And here's my thing. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't doubt that, there were Raiders fans in Vegas and, stuff like this. But the sad part about them bringing professional sports to me, I get it. Eventually it's going to happen. It's Las Vegas. We're going to become a big city, eventually and stuff like that. But for the longest time, it felt like a small town, big city. But this is that fucking bandwagon bullshit stuff that, you could tell, this guy hasn't had this for years. He's like, oh, the Raiders are coming out. I'm bored. Brenda and me don't have sex anymore. The kids don't talk to me. I'm going to go weld this fucking Raiders helmet on top of a golf cart and try to,
go out to the garage. I don't care anymore. That's
and it just looks, it's just the sadness. You know what I mean? And
it was hot. Can I get your phone number, Suey?
Sure, I'll give it to you. I got.
Yeah, Ben says so.
All of Ben's,
I'd have you try to roll that down the hill. That's all I can imagine. If you hit the front brakes, you lean forward and you roll forward.
Also, Chad, I'm gonna need some other bids because I don't want to win this thing.
Technically, the only one out there.
Best case scenario is that the Raiders make it into the Super Bowl, and you get a splash on the news or some promo of this thing and you driving it. That is the best thing that could happen to somebody that actually made this.
Yeah.
And that is a near impossibility. So
that requires the Raiders making it to a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so
Thank you, Ronnie, for saving me. There we go.
And you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I hate these.
Oh
guys.
no, I'm judging.
I hate these
I'm
guys.
judging this book by its cover, 100%.
Judging a golf cart by its helmet.
Yeah,
I'm calling the HOA on this fucker.
Yes.
And nope. If a sports team's your personality, you can F off. Yeah, man. Especially don't get me wrong, I get it. You're supposed to be loyalty and shit, but not in sports. It's consumer media, and you're paying for this stuff. Stop supporting people that suck. I don't know about sports. I don't know why you hate each other so much. But man, root for the guys that are gonna win and actually be happy for one instead of punching holes in your garage. I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I do like sports, and I still wouldn't go to these links. And I'll go to pretty good links for things. And no, this just seems ridiculous.
Yeah, and you're getting real quiet, Anthony. You got to speak up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Andy, getting into that microphone there real quick.
All right, so snorkel with a cool negative $100. Ronnie Jim with $29.95. Steve-O with $4.20. Ern says, I don't know. I think it was just as much as the wife idea. I think she's the one that get drunk and fights at the game. That's usually how it goes for Raiders fans. Ben says 1,000. Ern says $509. Mike T says 569.42 because my eyes hurt and I'm done looking at this thing. Steve-O says kind of hard to make it anywhere when you're still on the hook. 80 million for 2 coaches who you have already fired.
Yeah.
That was specific to the football franchise.
And Steve-O says, so you might as well drive this. So the actual sewer rug, I forgot. What would you do to take this head on?
The ad pissed me off, and he's like, "You're not a real football fan unless you get a golf cart." This isn't a football cart. This is a fucking golf cart, buddy. It's not like anyone cares. Let's say I'll give him $20.
All right, $20. V8 says maybe 5,500. And here's the thing: I get it if like you go to the tailgates, but you're gonna sit in the parking lot. Are you the real fan? Like the whole game. But anyways, $7,000.
Congratulations, V8! You have won this.
Oh my god!
This beautiful cart.
What do we always say though? That he doesn't really want to sell it.
Yeah. Well, I think that if the value you get out of this is the 35 days he spent trying to figure out how to bend that pipe, so he can build the face of the thing.
Great helmet.
And
I don't know what does a golf cart go for?
Golf carts are like $4,500.
Forward, backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, then no.
But and here's the thing: you're paying for this guy's stereo equipment. You're not paying for the golf cart.
And it's gas powered. You know.
It's
I was golf cart maintenance. I worked at a golf course as a kid, and I was golf cart maintenance. It meant that I would push the golf carts in and plug them in to charge. So like they were all electric. I was golf cart maintenance.
Gas golf carts are cool. When I first started doing photography, that's where I learned how to do product photography. There's a guy that had a CNC shop, and he made golf cart parts. And I would go there once a month, and of course I didn't have a business license. They pay me, and $600 amounts multiple times, so it wouldn't show up on. Anyways, I used to take pictures of these golf cart engines, pipes, exhausts, carburetors, whatever the fuck it was. And gas powered golf carts are a lot of fun. They're the best way to go. You get an electric golf cart, like you're not gonna. I mean, don't get me wrong, like it's cool to cruise around, but a gas powered golf cart, it's like fucking having a moon shoe on wheels. They're fun, but they go pretty expensive, and like I think you're paying for the stereo equipment in this. You know what I mean?
What on wheels?
Like a moon shoe. So like the moon shoes from maybe 70s, 80s, 90s, and you stepped on them and they were like, kind of like a little trampoline.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it feels like that when you hit the brakes and stop and gas up. You know what I mean? Because it's a golf cart.
Only once.
I want to read Ern's voice. I stole a golf cart once.
Ern, that's rookie numbers. You're gonna have to pump those numbers up from once, dude.
Once and a half.
Once.
I mean, I've got at least 3 I remember.
I didn't steal golf carts, but when I was in Afghanistan on the main base, if people left their gators without a dead switch, I would drive them to different parts of the base.
That's not stealing. That's just putting them somewhere else.
Yeah.
Repositioning.
Yeah.
V8 he crashed a golf cart through a 7th grade science class door. That sounds like a fun school. Science with golf carts, like man, I just got put in special ed.
It was a physics lesson. It's fine.
All right, Newton Apple or whatever, man. So
Newton Apple Man.
Yeah, Newton Apple Man. He plants trees everywhere. He had like a bag of seeds.
Not Apple Man. Anyway.
Yeah.
Newton
and it's
Apple
funny.
Man.
People always ask how the pyramids were built way back then, but Newton hadn't discovered gravity yet, so I figured it'd be pretty easy. Anyways, this is the end of the show.
No tinfoil hat time. I can't do a tinfoil hat time.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Bird said his friend had a key. We drove it until it died, and then I drove it off I hate this little heart thing here. I can't see.
Can't see shit. Yeah, I know.
So okay, Pete. Off a cliff. Okay, and then I accidentally ran over my stepdad with his golf cart. Says Ronnie Jim. Holy
Ronnie,
shit.
you didn't say actually. So
no, I do like the accidentally was in air quotes. So that is nice. That's good.
Oh, that counts as actually. Yeah.
I love that scene in what was that movie with Lindsay Lohan and the twins, and then they lost each other or whatever.
Herbie.
Yeah, Kirby.
I believe you're thinking
Kirby.
of Parent Trap, not Kirby.
No, she was in Herbie, the remake.
Kirby?
No,
What are we saying here?
That was Jerry Seinfeld, and she was also in Marvel
What do you mean?
Hawkeye. Anyways.
What's up with this airline food?
Yeah. Or that's the end of the show. We're gonna close this out. We already went a little bit over. We'll be back next week. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do, but we'll figure it out. Maybe, you know.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do more stuff. You know. Anthony's having a good time, not doing stuff. You know, we gotta let him live it up. But anyways, do our sign outs. We'll start with Snorkel while I type some stuff in chat, move around, and then I'll say
that gives
something.
me time. Gives me time to do stuff. Okay. Go ahead, Snorkel.
See, that's all you get. Just the hand motion.
That was it. That's weird.
That was it.
He's eating.
I got Reese's Pieces in my mouth.
He's got a mouthful of nut butter.
Well, Chad, that's what Snorkel had to say.
Yesterday was half off on Halloween candy. If you didn't get any, I mean, fuck you.
See, you could have said that this whole time.
Yeah, that was a nice sign out. I trust that. Fuck you. That's great. Oh, my turn. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us again. We come to a close, but chat, you really kept us going tonight. Kept me unicorn stiff, if you know what I mean. So thanks, and we'll catch you next time. On to you.
Well, hey, I had a fun time tonight. This was nice. I had one little segment, and I got to talk about frozen pizza, so that was cool. Chat had a great time. I do have a little t-shirt thing that we do, onlysquad.com. If you want to kind of help out the show, if you enjoy what you see here, go over there and buy a t-shirt. Anyway, you can catch me on Instagram at @I'm_Anthony Ramella. And if you need that CBD, THC, and all that good stuff in between, go head over to rogueshop.com. Anyway, Vando, take us on home, buddy.
Chat, you're beautiful. I like that my shirt covers up the holes in my beard. This is not going to be here very much longer. One of you guys is about to get a clogged artery with a chicken fucking little sandwich fucking Lunchable, and I can't fucking wait. So that's going to happen. Other than that, we'll be back next week. Don't know what's going to happen, but guess what? We'll pull something out of our ass. We always do. Sometimes even put something in it. Chat, we'll see you. We love you. Anthony, thank you for getting super stoned and just being the chillest I've ever fucking seen you ever.
Mella Ramella, you know, just Mella Ramella.
Usually he's the one like waiting for us, and he's just like, you know what, man? Actually,
just keep going.
Yeah,
you're doing great.
Normal show, I got like 48 slides to get through in the correct order and remember what the names are, and can't be like this.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Make sure you check out Rogue Shop, like Anthony said. Anyways, we don't have anything special planned, but Thanksgiving's coming up soon, and then all that stuff. So we'll see what's happening. Other than that, you guys can find us on Instagram, like Anthony said, and we'll let you know there. You're beautiful. We love you, and you guys have a great weekend. I'm gonna come.